friends. Today I am cooking. I'm going to be doing fried chicken, and I want to show you guys how I do my fried chicken. And when I go to Mexico and I make my fried chicken, everybody keeps on saying, "Did you go to Kentucky?" Because over there's a Kentucky fried chicken there too. And they asked me if I went to Kentucky to buy it. And I told them, no, the Kentucky is me. I'm the one that makes the crispy chicken, as if it was the crispy chicken there from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So what I do is I use this. It's got garlic and pepper seasoning. And so I put garlic and pepper seasoning. I just make sure that I just put it in and I mix it. We wash the chicken. I'm going to take a little bit because there's water in here, and a little bit of water because we washed the chicken. And so that's going to be enough because I'm going to put a little bit of the other salt. I'm going to prepare it one way, but my son does not, one of my sons, the littlest one, he does not like with how I'm going to prepare it right now. So I have to do it just with the, the garlic and pepper. And what I do is I put a little bit, like about a pinch of the regular salt too, because that's one thing that, a little bit more, that's one thing that the chicken needs, and I also have gloves to work with the chicken. So this is how I do it, and then I use mustard. And a lot of you are going to say, ooh, that's gross. But it really isn't. Because when you put mustard in the chicken and leave it marinating for an hour to 2 hours, and when you fry it, it's not going to taste like mustard, and it's going to give it a good flavor. So I got about this much for the chicken that I have, and I'm going to be putting the mustard in here. And then I'm going to just mix it in with the chicken. Okay, my son, David, it's not that he doesn't like the chicken this way, it's that he doesn't like, he does not like mustard. So, because he doesn't like mustard, if I fry it with mustard, he will not eat it. So, and this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave it marinating. I'm going to cover it up and leave it marinating for about an hour or two. And then we will come back and I will show you the next step. Hi friends. Well, we are back with another recipe. These are squash, and my husband planted squash. So we had a lot of squash this summer. And look, I've already cut some of them up. What I do is I just cut it this way and this way. And it's a Portuguese recipe that I have. I did it myself, but it's Portuguese because a lot of the stuff that I use, the Portuguese people use. So, and they do eat squash. So they've already been washed and everything, so they're prepared. What I do is so I'm going to be using chili powder. I'm going to be using chicken bouillon. And I'm going to be using garlic, minced garlic, which I get it on these little bottles. And then I'm going to be using, this is called hot chopped peppers, but this is a Portuguese, a lot of the stores carry it, but it's a Portuguese brand. It's called Gonçalves hot chopped peppers. And it's really good. It's not really hot, but it gives it a really good flavor. And then I'm going to use some oil, and then I'm going to use some garlic salt, and that's all I'm going to use for this. You could also add on the squash if you want. You could also put cabbage at the same time. You could do cabbage together. So I don't have cabbage, so I'm just going to do the squash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the oil to my stove, and I'm going to open the stove up. And I'm going to put the oil in. Okay, so after I do the oil, it's going to warm up a little, and I am going to put the the squash, I'm sorry. I always put cabbage in there, so I was going to say cabbage, but it's the squash. I'm going to put it in here. So I'm going to get my wooden spoon, and so I'm gonna mix it a little bit here so that it can get the oil. Okay. After that, what I do is I get the garlic salt, and I am going to put garlic salt in. Okay. And then after the garlic salt, I'm going to be putting in the hot peppers, which it's really not hot, but I'm going to put, they're called hot peppers, but they're not really that hot. They're not. Then I'm going to be putting in the garlic. And then I will be adding in the chili powder plus the chicken bouillon. And I'm going to say, I forgot to say this, but I'm going to say it's about 2 tablespoons to 2.5, depending on how much you're making. And then you just mix it all together. Oh, it smells so good. And my kids, they love this. And my husband too. Okay, so what I do is, I'm going to let it fry for a little bit. And then I close it with the lid. I put the lid on top of it and just let it simmer there and cook in its own juices. And when it's ready, usually what I do is I serve it with, well, today we're having chicken, but we usually serve it with any side dish. So, because it's really delicious, and so we all, usually I serve it with steaks or chicken, really with whatever you want it, or just to even eat it by itself, or even put 2 or 3 eggs in there and let it cook, and you can even eat it like that. It's really good. And that's it. And then we will be back in a little bit when it's almost ready. So now we're going to check to see if it's already cooked. I check it with a knife, make sure that it's already cooked and everything is cooked. This is what it looks like, and it's really delicious. So I'm gonna taste to see how it tastes. Mmm. It is so delicious. It it's a little, just a little spicy, but not too much. But it's such a good flavor. Try it out, and if you really like it, leave it on the comment. Say how it turned out. It's really delicious. It's good. And if you like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so now I already took it out of the refrigerator. It's been 2 hours already. And what I did was I got some of all-purpose flour. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fry my son David's, because he doesn't like mustard on there. So I'm going to dip it in the flour. And then I'm going to put it, it's already, I've already got the oil and it's hot. It has to be hot enough where it's sizzling. And then I just put it. So you do it over and over until all the chicken is done. And okay, so I'm gonna fry that first because David will not eat if it's got any type of mustard on it. And when it's time to turn over, I will come back and you can see when it's cooked. I turn it over and let it cook the other side, and it's ready to eat. Turning it over right now. And let it cook on the other side. So now I turned it on both sides, and when it's brown, on one side you turn it, and then whenever it's brown again, you turn it, and it's already cooked. So this is what it looks like. And this is David's, but I'm going to do the other one. The other one that has, put my gloves on, and I'm going to do the same thing with the flour. Make sure that it gets enough flour in there. And I'm gonna repeat it. And it's really delicious. It doesn't have no taste of mustard, but it does give it a really good flavor. And you can't even taste the mustard on it. And I bought my my frying pan at Walmart, and I've had it for years. And I think this is throughout my years, I think this is my third or my fourth one, because eventually they go bad from this side. Where they plug in, they kind of get like burned out. And also in the middle, because I cook pancakes, I cook all kinds of stuff on it. So they, yeah, because of the pancakes, it kind of makes it brown in the middle. And once they get kind of brown where I think they're not good to fry anymore, I just throw them away. Okay, and that is it. So now I'm going to wait until it fries on one side. Then I'm gonna turn it over, and then you're gonna see when I'm done. I'm gonna show you how it looks. So I turned over the chicken, and this is what it looks like on this side. I'm gonna let it brown on the other side, another 15-20 minutes, and then it will be ready to get out. Yeah, about another, I'd say 15-20 minutes. Okay, so now the chicken is already ready. You can see how it looks. So I'm going to, this is what it looks like. So what I do is, I'm gonna close this because if you leave it on hot, it will melt. So I just pull it out like that. And there's Tony.
Pause it. Yeah. Pause it, you gotta cut the video, it's hard to edit.
Tony's gonna do the taste test. Hold on. Let me get you some of the calabacita.
But just don't touch it because I'm trying to get it soggy.
Yes, I know how you like your food separated.
Okay.
Okay, so here.
I think.
Here you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is hot. It's crunchy. It's hot. It's good. It's crunchy. It's crunchy and the inside is juicy. And I'm gonna try the calabaza. Let's see.
Which is a squash.
It's good too. It has a little spicy, and it's tastes like was the sauce like a tomato kind of? It was good.
It doesn't have a tomato sauce, but it's got the because you like a lot of that chicken bouillon and the hot sauce. From the Portuguese
really
hot
good.
sauce.
Really delicious. I like it. It's crunchy too. I didn't cut it now.
If you like my recipe, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and please leave me a comment if you make this recipe. Please leave me a comment and so that I can know if you liked it or not.